different forms of identification. I've got an employee who once worked for Austin Energy a few years ago, and he talked about how when an old lady's $20 behind on their power bill, they turn their power off. When they're illegal aliens, they're told, they've had big meetings about it, let them have free power. And they just produce another consular matricula fake ID at the same address, and they get another 6 months of free power. 800-plus cities are sanctuary cities. And this has come out in the news, and it's also come out in the news in Austin, that you'll have a drunk driving illegal alien. And the drunk driving illegal alien will be released from jail, and then a week later run into a police car transporting a suspect. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that is going on a daily basis around the country. And then on top of that, I couldn't believe this. I mean, here's just one case point example of the types of things we've seen. What was it, 6 years ago, I went to a Mexican Independence Day rally in Austin. And the illegal aliens, not Hispanic Americans, but the illegal aliens and their supporters were out there waving Mexican flags and saying that the Southwest and Texas belonged to them in the plan of Oslan. And we showed you the video of this. And they had signs showing Texas to California, even part of Colorado, is going to go back to Mexico. That was transferred in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. I mean, it was Native Americans that were here. Mexico never even controlled it. But Westerners from the United States did come in and were able to control it. And the rest is history. And so our public schools, our colleges, and the Mexican public schools and colleges teach a radical nationalistic hatred of the United States. And I was at this rally, and I saw these shirts that said the Plan of San Diego. And some of my Spanish reading and speaking listeners who were there protesting against them said, do you know what those green and black shirts mean that say the Plan of San Diego? And I said, no, what is the Plan of San Diego? And they said, well, it's a plan to take over the Southwest and kill all white people ages 16 and up. So I went home that night and I Googled Plan of San Diego, and I saw all these Mecha websites and La Raza affiliated websites and the University of Texas and Mexican universities talking about the Plan of San Diego. I didn't know that Germany made a deal during World War I to have Mexico attack the U.S. and kill all whites 16 and older. And of course, Germany at one time with King Prince Maximilian actually had a royal down there, and Germany built the railroads down there. They have an old relationship with Mexico. And so then I got a real education. I mean, I knew that La Raza's slogan is similar to the Ku Klux Klan's. For those inside the race, everything. For those outside the race, nothing. I knew that. And I knew that the big Fortune 500 fund Mecha and La Raza. And I knew that the Ford Foundation funded it. And so I was somebody who'd protested the Ku Klux Klan many times. And you've seen those videos on YouTube where I've gone out and bullhorned the Klan and told them they're racist scum. And so when I learned that Mecha and La Raza were down there with signs saying, for our race, everything, for those outside the race, nothing, and we went and interviewed them, and they said, absolutely, we're racial. This is a racial organization. You pilgrims need to leave. Whites are bad, and you're dying, and your culture's dead. Ha, 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 we're going to get you. And so I was saying, well, I've protested the Klan, so I need to protest you. But then I didn't know there was a plan to kill all whites. And then I didn't know that that plan is being promoted again. And so I guess I'm supposed to just sit here and read where these government-funded and corporate-funded groups are openly talking about killing me and my wife and then my children. And so I found out more and more. And my wife does speak fluent Spanish. She lived, 5 years in Spain when she was in junior high. And so she speaks fluent Spanish. And so she now is on the lookout for this and sees the bumper stickers and sees the grocery stores and little towns that say it, on their official signage. And imagine, well, that's why the Nazis tried this here in the U.S. Imagine if there's a group who speaks another language and the general public isn't aware, how perfect that would be for infiltration and takeovers. Okay? So let's get one thing clear here. The government and the media uses guilt guilt. They say, well, you're against health care, you're a racist. Or you're against open borders, you're a racist. Or you're against government bailouts to banks, you're a racist. What does government bailouts and government-controlled health care have to do with race? It doesn't. But Chris Matthews and others in the mainstream media invoke race as a way to politically shut people down. Because, oh my gosh, I'm a white yuppie. I have all this guilt. Guilt for nothing. I've done nothing. I better just shut up. That's a political weapon. And then meanwhile, the mainstream media will not tell you what La Raza's slogan is. They will not tell you about Mecha. They will not tell you about the plan of San Diego. And so just as I oppose, if we bordered Germany and Germany was here, and there were 30 million illegal Germans, and they were speaking in German about a plan to kill all Americans, or anybody that wasn't German, I would talk about that. Okay, like the Hutus killing the Tutsis in Rwanda. And of course, the Hutus spoke a different language, so the Tutsis didn't know they were getting ready for it. And so because I'm aware of history, I've spoken out against it. You've got hundreds and hundreds of millions of people, 100 million in Mexico alone, all who want to come here. Going back 4 years ago, they wouldn't let the public see the amnesty plan, the immigration plan. It was secret in the House and Senate until Senator Sessions released it, and it even legalized felons. It allowed people to bring in 6 family members. It legalized everyone. It gave everyone a worker ID card, including U.S. citizens. So it makes us have a national worker ID that's a national ID under federal control for us, which is draconian and Orwellian. And then it just legalizes all the illegal aliens instantly. And that's the new plan they've got again. So imagine you've got all 50 states, you've got 800-plus cities that are sanctuary cities. They will not arrest illegals for drunk driving, for attacking people. They will not arrest illegals for driving without licenses. I mean, it goes on and on and on. This is in the news, and I've talked to Austin police. This is on record. There have been sheriffs who will arrest truckloads of illegals with the coyotes smuggling them in Tennessee and other states remote from the border. They call ICE, they call Homeland Security, they won't pick them up. Then it came out in mainstream news that when they do bust them in these stage raids for the media every few months, they then go give them green cards and give them government jobs. Or they use illegals to build a few miles of the fake fence they were building in Texas. Remember, that came out in the news. The government wants to overrun the country with people that will vote for gun control, vote for open borders, vote for big government, vote for welfare. And it couldn't work out better because Mexico is a country that's lost 2 wars with the United States and is one of the most nationalistic countries in the world, and who literally, it is the national mantra. Remember a week after 9/11, they were having a soccer match and in Mexico City, and they were chanting Osama, Osama, Osama. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's just get it out on the table that you've got wonderful, hardworking, great, intelligent, family-oriented Hispanics that are the backbone of this country who are here in this nation. Okay, and they're great people. And then you've got the people from Mexico who stayed in Mexico and who were never part of this country. I mean, over a third of the people that fought for Texas independence were Hispanic. The father of the Texas Constitution is Hispanic. They don't teach that in the media either. So people feel included and to be part of this country. No, they invoke that it's evil and racist to want to control our borders against a country that's having military incursions into the U.S. and shooting at the National Guard every single week. They tell you that you're not allowed to speak out against that because global corporate interests want to break this country up and munialize it into a North American Union. And so you have Arizona governor signs immigration enforcement bill, and you had a violent riot out there in front of the State House, and the media spun it like it was a good thing, while lying about the Tea Party, saying they're violent when clearly they're not. You have the Democratic Party caught attacking their own offices in Denver to blame it on people. So this is the type of stuff that goes on, and I'm going to break this down when we come back. But you know what NAFTA and GATT did to this country. Do you need to have it explained to you what having totally open borders will do, especially with a country that hates this nation, Mexico? We'll be right back.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.